Hello. I wanted to come and check in just because it is New Year's Eve. Even though that's just another day, really, I think that it's important for me this year. It's a really big thing. So I wanted to check in, and I'm actually on time because I'm ending week 3 of the FODMAP diet today. As far as the diet goes, it's been fine. I did have one day where I slipped up and I had some Christmas candy, and it was just sort of this mass chaos tornado of shame and failure, but I threw everything away and it ended. So what I was able to do was just sort of sit back and look at what happened to cause me to do that, and what it meant. And I really was just able to analyze what normally would be like this massive binge and then this downward spiral into ruining everything. I was able to really kind of look at it for what it was and really understand some of my reactions and some of my the patterns that I have in my life. So as much as I hate it and as much as I regret it and I hate not being absolutely perfect, it was really, really good. I think that it needed to happen. And I'm finishing week 3, and then I still have 3 more weeks to go. So I'm only halfway there, and I've learned so much about myself. Not to even mention, the food side of things and how my body just feels better. But I have really, I've learned a lot about myself. And I think that that one situation where I sort of went off the rails a little bit was really helpful to me, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to figure that stuff out. Then I would start to go back on a normal diet and flip out and ruin everything. So I think that it was really important for me to understand the whole process of what happens during that and be able to stop it. And that's really what I'm trying to focus on now. I have, for the last week, been focused so much on, well, you fucked it up. Great way to go. Great job. But what I really need to be focusing on is the fact that I reined it back in, that I adjusted it, and that I fixed the situation and have not done it again. So it's just one of those tests of trying to, realign my mind, just as much as this diet is really trying to realign my gut. This is just needing to sort of realign my mind as well. So it's really good. I just kind of looking back at this year, I feel like this has been a huge year in terms of me trying to really take ownership of my body and of my life. And 2017 I don't think is a year that I'm going to forget very easily. One of the things that I've kind of skirted around, because this is not necessarily a personal channel for me, as personal as a fertility journey is, I have a whole other channel and a blog for my personal stuff that I'm going through. But honestly, the biggest thing that happened this year is that I decided to get divorced, and I'm still working through it, but I'm separated right now. And I think that it's just important to say that, because it changes things. This is no longer I'm trying to get pregnant journey. This is I am trying to understand and overcome my PCOS just for myself. And that's really the change in my mindset that's happened. My mind has really become very self-aware and very self-focused, and that's absolutely what I needed to happen. And I don't think that I would have been able to ever really overcome my PCOS or really take charge of my life as long as I was focused on trying to do so for getting pregnant, or trying to do so even for my family. I really had to get to a place where I am all I have. And that's not saying like my parents, I have a great family, but at the end of the day, when I come home, it's just me by myself. And it's just me making these decisions. And this has really been the hugest part of me trying to overcome this IBS stuff and doing this FODMAP diet, because emotionally, I'm always very dependent on other people. I am able to take care of everybody else, but I take terrible care of myself, and I'm really hard on myself. And it's one thing that I've really learned in therapy over the last year, is that that's my biggest hurdle, is the way that I am with myself, and I really need to love me. And so going on this diet, I went on this diet right after my husband and stepdaughter moved out of my house, and it was terrifying to me, because I know how much I self-sabotage. I know how much, when things are going the right way and I'm supposed to do them, I completely screw them up. And I couldn't do that this time. I needed to get serious, and I needed to really figure out what's going on with my stomach, and I couldn't live like that anymore. So it's really been this huge test of me caring about myself enough to do this. And even if I do have a little bit of a hiccup or a bump in the road, I care about myself enough and I care about my health enough to get my shit back together and do it again. And you know, I'm going on 3 weeks and I've lost around 11 pounds. And I did it myself. I didn't have somebody here telling me, no, you shouldn't eat that. Here's what you should eat. I have been by myself doing this for myself. And I think that it's really, oh my gosh, I think that it's really symbolic of how my life is going right now anyway. I've been off of work for a week and a half since before Christmas, and I've literally done nothing. Like, I've done some cleaning around the house, but then I'll just sit and I'll watch TV, or I'll sit and I'll, you know, read, and just doing whatever the hell I want to do. And it's been amazing. And it's the worst time for eating when I'm home by myself, because usually I'm just binging nonsense things, and I can't have nonsense things. And I really am trying to fill those voids with something else. And I'm really trying to understand what happens in my mind when I'm in those moments. And it's been huge. So I'm really excited to go into next year. One of my biggest goals for next year is to walk the mini marathon in May. Being from Indianapolis, if anybody else is from Indianapolis, it's huge here, and it's been on my bucket list since I was a teenager. And I always expect myself to run and expect myself to just do too much, and I fail every time. And so I can walk, and I got a calendar, and I have training down where I'm going to walk, you know, 4 days a week, and it's doable. It really is. I'm starting in January, and I can by May be able to walk 13.1 miles. That's not a big deal. And I am really excited because I am doing it by myself. I'm not even telling anybody that I'm doing it. I've told my mom that I'm doing it, and that's literally it. I just want to do it by myself. I don't want people tagging along. I don't want people hearing about it, because this is such a journey for myself, because my training will have to be not only me eating well for my body and my PCOS and my own stability, but I'm going to have to get myself off the couch and get my ass walking. And it's literally going to be just me telling myself, get out there and walk. Like, it's not a big deal. So I'm excited about that. I haven't signed up for it yet just because finances are kind of crazy right now, but I will. I'm going to get brand new shoes that are good for my feet, because I have incredibly high arches. So I need to get good walking shoes for that. I found a random gift card around my house, and I bought a whole bunch of Fitbit bands, so I'm able to wear my Fitbit again, and I can have that motivation. And I'm really excited about that. And I'm most excited about the fact that I'm doing it by myself, because, you know, beyond all of me just trying to motivate myself to get there and actually like be doing these things, I know that if I am walking myself up to, you know, walking a mini marathon, I'm gonna lose weight. And losing weight for me is a huge trigger for self-sabotage. Once I see the scale start to move down, I know that that's where I want to be, and I'm excited about it, so I completely fuck it up on purpose. So if I commit to this, I'm going to lose weight. Maybe not a whole lot, maybe a lot, I don't know, but I'm going to, and I have to work through that trigger. I'm so excited though to get to May and actually walk this mini marathon by myself, because it will 100% be just me and myself. Like, I'm not even able to use, I was reading the rules, and I can't even use headphones, so it's just literally me being in my thoughts. Like, I can't even like numb them away with music. I will just literally be in my thoughts, and, you know, listening to people celebrating and screaming and cheering people on and cheering me on the sides. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this year. I think that lots of things got shaken up, jostled around in 2017. But I think that I'm landing on my feet, and I caught myself, not let somebody else catch me. So I'm really excited for all these loose ends that are going to be being taken care of in 2018. I'm excited to really solidify this control I have over my health. I'm excited, you know, to move out to a new place on my own and just really claim my life. I'm excited about grad school. I'm, you know, this will be my last 3 semesters doing just classes, and then in August I'm doing internships. So I really think that this is the right time for me to do this too, because once I hit the fall, I'm in internship and I'm working full-time and I'm going to classes. And it's gonna be hard to do that. So I really need to get a good handle on myself and loving myself and putting myself as a priority and really working, my health into my everyday routines so that when I get to that point, it's just second nature. In terms of the rest of stuff for the year, I always sit down and I write a list of general goals and things to think about. And a lot of them have to do with my self-care and things like meditating. I want to actually sit down and meditate. Like, I love to meditate. I talk about it all the time, but I don't do it. I don't even do like my diaphragmatic breathing, and I need to be doing that. So I want to really set a goal of one thing a day for self-care. I'll be walking and eating right, but I want to either meditate or sit and diaphragmatically breathe, or even makeup. I want to make sure that I'm doing my makeup every day because I love to do makeup. It's a stress reliever for me, so I'm gonna work that back in too. So this is gonna be a good year. I think that I'm so excited. I'm more excited for this year and all of the unknowns that are coming with this year than I have been ever before. And I think that honestly, it will probably be the biggest year of my life. So I'm excited, and I'll see you next year.